All right, now part two of my review of episode 4 of season 6 of the Belle Collective. All right, so we'll go ahead and just talk about the next scene with Carrie popping up on her man. You know, he is a baseball agent and he's doing some coaching as well, some mentorship for a baseball player. But you know, Carrie want to try to spruce it up and throw her extra time in the mix for her man. So she go pop up on him looking cute, and they talk about the pool party and get caught up on everything outside of that, just talk about their relationship as well. So I thought that was a cute little scene to get to know them more because they do have to get more integrated within the cast. So we get to know more about Carrie and her family and her man a little bit. So that was cool or whatever. Then the next scene, we get to Marie and Big Booty Cedric, and they reminisce and talk about how they met in cosmetology school and how you know he owns his own school, so he does teaching as well, and his next it just so happens to be next door to his home, which doesn't really sit well with Marie. It seems like it's still a trigger for her as far as them working things through and her getting over their past in some aspects. So a big point of contention and a trigger for her is his bed. So she want him to get rid of his bed. So Cedric feel like, okay, that's cool. So they working out in their own way and talking about their living situation, what they're gonna do next, if he's gonna stay with her, that type of thing. Just how they moving forward. And after she went ahead and made her decision, juggling her men's or whatever. They also talk about the pool party, and I really don't like how Marie is gonna lean so far and so hard into blaming Latrice for other people's actions. And just saying that Latrice is one of the Bells inflicting the pain and the hurt onto Letitia is just crazy to me. I'm not following their logic, y'all, and we can just discuss it, like I said, in the comments. But I don't understand how it's all Latrice's fault at the end of the day. But that's how Marie feels. So Marie about to go on the deep end on her campaign about the whole situation. So anyway, we go to the next scene where Carrie does a cute little romantic attempt at a picnic in the backyard, a little charcuterie board, things that he likes, and giving him words of affirmation, things that he could really appreciate. So I like that we could see them working over a issue they presented and coming up with her solution. So she's trying to do her 1-2 for her man, and I think that that's cute. He appreciates it, and then we learn that they've been together since they were teens, basically. So it's even more cute to see them still working and putting effort in to be romantic towards one another and show concern when one is not measuring up, and they can just respectfully come together and work it through. I think that was really cute. So that shows a successful aspect of a couple on TV, if that's what y'all looking for when y'all looking for things of that nature. Anyway, so where I'm at, we get to the scene where Tisha and Glenn, they're not really speaking. We get them at home, and at this point, when the stepdad is there, Letitia decides that she want to go ahead and have the conversation and break the ice with Glenn about everything that happened at the pool party and just discuss that at that point, because I guess some time has went by. They kind of been giving each other the silent treatment. Glenn mentions that he don't like how cold it's gotten back in the house after they've been trying to work through their issues, and it seemed like it was going to be on a better foot. So anyway, they decide that they want to place all the blame on Cliff and Latrice. So accountability was not present in this conversation at all, by no means. It's to the point where Glenn not even answering Cliff calls and is deciding to go ahead and play off Letitia being in a daze and being in La La Land about them resetting at the beginning of the year. She's so hell bent on this that she not seeing that none of this is nobody's fault besides your husband, making it acceptable, like I said, for another woman to even say that. Lady said to that lady at that door, I could have had him if I wanted to. That lady was talking to his wife. Another woman felt that she can say that to your wife. They don't have anything to do with anybody else in any setting, in any time or place. You did that. So I'm not understanding how everybody is going to go ahead and skip around and place the blame directly back on them. So I'm not with it. I don't like that. So he playing into Letitia's delusion on perfection, her vision of perfection that she want over their relationship and how good everything was going. So they want to try to romanticize the good moment that they was having. And instead of taking accountability and breaking down what really is at the base of it, which is Glenn and his behavior and his actions, they want to try to place the blame somewhere else and put their feelings and emotions so far past the responsibility of who it actually is pertaining to. I'm not understanding it. It makes absolutely no sense, and y'all can't tell me that they should be bringing it all the way back around to them having a pool party and setting it up to destroy them. I'm not buying it. I don't care what y'all talking about. It don't That's not gonna make sense to me, no matter how many times or paragraphs you try to type down in the comments about it. It's not making sense. And I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like they are completely correct for making Latrice and Cliff public enemy number one because they're embarrassed about some slip ups that he been doing. And like he still want to talk to other people, and that's what he been doing. And he got caught doing it. And Amanda had enough rapport. I said rapport. Oh my gosh. She had enough rapport with Letitia to have a conversation with her on her own if that's what she wanted to do. It is not solely up to Latrice to do anything. She had a party. It was at risk for this information to come out. She didn't know that the girl was gonna do that in that manner, and I really honestly think that. So y'all can feel how y'all feel. I'm gonna feel how I feel. So at the end of the day, instead of just saying that he is wrong, Glenn wants to go ahead and take the route of blaming other people, and she want to cry like the world is against her and be the victims now. So now we are the show is victims and conspiracies, and we'll see how it play out at the end of the day. Since it was a lot of more, I did like the camaraderie that was coming through at first. Now we're gonna see how everything ends up playing out. At the end of the day, see. And like I said, I don't feel like we can all around blame Latrice and Cliff. I think that grown people need to take accountability for their own actions. I think that Amanda was looking for her moment and she found her moment. It just so happened to be a bomb and it blew a lot of stuff up. So it is what it is. Let's talk about it in the comments and let's be respectful. Heavy on respect. Don't come in my comments thinking that you're gonna disrespect me and don't think that I'm not gonna block you. So let's talk about it, y'all. Let's chit chat. Have a good one.